What's going on, guys? It's Kyle again with DTOM Knives and Gear, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Benchmade Autocrat. Very nice. Stay tuned. Welcome back, everybody. All right. I have had quite a few OTFs on the channel so far. Most of them have been Microtechs. Microtech is the industry standard for an OTF. That's just well known. It is known. But Benchmade has dipped their toe in the water for a long time now. They have the Infidel. They have a bunch of other things. This is the Autocrat, and it is actually one of the ones that intrigued me the most. And this knife was sent over by Benchmade to the Apex Pass-Around group ran by Blade Banter. Mr. David over there, you the man. I appreciate you for allowing me to be a part of the group. Still boggles the mind. This guy is a little different than the other OTS that you have seen on the channel. The biggest difference is this is a G10 scales that are smashed together to make up the frame of the knife, but it is mainly aluminum on the inside and G10 scales on the outside. That's what I'm trying to say, which makes for a very comfortable, very nice grip on this thing, and I think it looks amazing. I really, really do, especially with these blue, this blue hardware and the button on the side. I think it looks great. I think this black and blue is really sweet, and the milling that they did on the G10, it just looks good. I think it actually looks better than the Microtechs. Oh, people throwing stuff at me through the screen. But I do. I actually like the way that this looks. Snappy little guy. We all love OTFs. Well, not, I should say all of us. They're very fidgety. For a knife guy, we could do this all day long. Very, very nice. I really enjoy doing that. This does have a deep carry pocket clip. What? Yeah, a deep carry pocket clip on an OTF without a glass breaker. Thank you. I don't like glass breakers on OTFs. Almost all of them have them, especially Microtechs. Stop it. Some people like it. Some people do. It's just not my thing. It's perfectly fine. It works good. I would rather have it look like this. This is right or left hand carry, and with the button, I don't think it's that bad, to be able to pull this out of your pocket and just kind of bring it like this to deploy it left-handed. So lefties, I think you should be okay. I will say this, compared to the Microtechs that I have had, the amount of pressure that it takes to get this knife out and back in is lighter. And that might sound like a bad thing, but it's really not. It's actually a good thing. I have had the Microtechs on the channel, and I've got my son who loves these things as well, and he had a really hard time with the Microtechs being able to get those in and out because the amount of pressure that it takes to get there. You can see how far this button has to travel. And then once you get to the very top, it deploys. Very bottom, it retracts. So you're not going to have any problems with this going off in your pocket. It's not happening, okay? Unless you have very, very strange circumstances, this is not going to go off in your pocket. So I like the fact that it's still a little bit easier to deploy than the Microtechs. I dig that about this model. I dig the pocket clip. I dig the G10. As far as weight, we'll get behind the camera. We'll get you some close-ups and do some more specs. But it feels really good. I mean, it's just unlike none other that I've felt because of the G10. I can't tell you how much I love the fact that they chose to do this. This one does have a dagger style blade. I'm not a huge fan of that. The dagger style blades just don't do a lot for me. Obviously, OTFs are tactical knives. For a dagger blade to be a tactical knife, that's what you want. That's great. This thing is double-edged, so it's sharp on both sides. I almost cut my thumb numerous times while carrying this because I'm so used to putting my thumb on the back of the blade when there's a spine there and doing cuts. Can't do that on this big boy. You do that and you're going to cut yourself because it is double-edged. And, this knife is probably very illegal in some places. And if you live in a state where it is illegal for you to carry something like this, well, I would say move, but who knows what's going to happen here for too long. But anyways, fear-based legislation can kiss my ass. If you think this is dangerous, then more dangerous than a flipper or a thumb hole deployment, you're stupid. You're just stupid. I'll get off my rant. Anyways, definitely a tactical blade, and it would work well for that. In my EDC task, this blade does not perform like the others. Will it cut my packages open, my boxes, maybe a zip tie? Yes, it will. This is S30V steel, so it's Benchmade's benchmark steel. It's their basic steel that comes in a lot of their knives. Most of their knives are S30V. So yeah. If you get a Microtech, you're gonna be getting like LMAX 204P, stuff like that. The S30V on this, it's okay. I have a lot of knives in S30V. I like the steel, but when you're looking at the competition, you have ones like Cobratech, which is a D2 blade. They look a lot like Microtechs or whatever, but they're not. And I had one of those at one time. It actually worked really well. But a lot of people give them crap because they're assembled in the United States, but their parts are made in China. I don't have a problem with that. Yes, they get their parts made. They come over. They create jobs to be able to put things together. I'm getting on a rant here again. But a lot of people give Cobratech a hard time, and I don't know why. This is all American made. That's good. I love that. We want to do that first on this channel. But, I can't say that I'm never going to have or nobody should buy a knife that is produced, overseas in China, brought back to the States and put together. It's just, I'm just not that, I'm big on American products, but I'm not that far over to where I think that I'm not going to spend my money to an American company who gets stuff made overseas. I'm just not going to do it. But if you are like that, Benchmade is definitely one to go with. Microtech is one to go with. All made in America. I'm sorry, that was a big rant. But it's just, people were doing chats in the Facebook group, and it kind of got my juices flowing a little bit. So let's get this camera turned around so you can get a really good close look. We'll get some specs and tell you what we really think about this guy. All right, so what do we have here? We have an overall length of 8.75, so definitely a full-size knife with a blade length of 3.71 and a cutting edge of about 3.71 because of the way the blade and the scales line up just like that. Dagger-style blade, sharp on both sides. And so, yeah, it's pretty thin this way. It's actually not bad. It's a little bit chunkier, I guess, maybe than the Microtech because I can't remember the specs on that. But the handle length is about just a little over 5 inches with the handle width of about 1.125, and it's about 600 thousandths thick this way. Let's go ahead and put it up against some of the staples. Here it is against the PM2. So a little bit longer than the PM2, and then of course the Para 3 much smaller. So that should give you a good idea as far as the size. Let's see how much this thing weighs, because I think the weight is really good on this guy. If you're going to carry this every day, for a 8.75 inch knife, 3.9 ounces, so right under 4 ounces. For a 3.71 inch blade, I think does the ounce per inch guys a little bit of justice. I mean, it's not quite there, but with the G10 and aluminum, I think this is a very good weight for a defensive blade, which is what I would call this. Kind of get you a better look at this blade. Maybe. If I don't get my camera to focus, Jake's gonna give me all kinds of hell. So nice, really cool fuller down there. A little bit better shot of these beautifully done G10. Really, really dig it. I think it looks amazing. I think it looks a lot better than the full aluminum of some other brands. There is your Benchmade butterfly. Just really cool looking. I mean, I think if you pull this out, some people might be scared, but I mean, it's just a really nice looking. I think Kyle Lamphere actually said it, that it is a kind of a gentleman's OTF. You might not agree, but when he said that, I was like, okay, I can see that. I can definitely see that. It's a very attractive looking knife. The ergonomics are awesome because it is a very, neutral handle. It's long enough to get my big old meat hooks around. There's jimping on this, on the switch here, but it's not like the Microtechs where it's just really too aggressive. It's aggressive and you can get, you get a good grip, but it's not tearing up your thumb like the Microtechs do. So all in all, really, really nice knife. The only thing that I can say that I don't like about this knife is the price tag. $425. I think they are now discontinued. They were on sale because they were discontinued, and I think they're still out there, in some places. But the price tag on this thing was $425. Screw that. No. Now, I mean, I love this knife. I really do. I love the way it looks, the snappiness. Some of the issues that I had with the Microtechs are fixed here. But you're running S30V when you can get, LMAX 204P, those other kind of really nice deals with a Microtech and pay less money. You're getting, you're getting a good warranty because Benchmade has good warranty, but I don't see the price difference between this and an Ultratech at all. I really, really don't. $425, I think, is way too expensive. Benchmade, everybody says Benchmades have a higher price, and some of them I don't think they're overpriced like some people do, because you are paying for an American-made product, a good warranty, whatnot. This I just don't see. It does have a lot of good things going for it, and if this thing was $300, maybe $325, I would say go for it. This would be an excellent one, and if you're a Benchmade collector, then yeah, you got to have this. But I do not think that I would purchase this knife because of that price tag. Now, you might be able to find them cheaper on the secondary market. And if you can do that, definitely pick it up, because for the knife itself, I can recommend it because I really have enjoyed it since I've had it. And it does a lot of things really good. I do wish they would have gone with a better steel. This particular model, from what I can see, is just a dagger blade. The dagger blade just doesn't do it for me as far as my EDC task. I'm not a tactical knife guy. As far as obviously, if that's all you got, that's all you got. And if you can, but my defensive tools go pew pew. So, but very nice for that aspect. I just kind of would like to see different blade shapes. And then that would be more appealing to me. So anyways, all in all, really love the knife. Just don't like the price. And anyways, let me know what you think. Do you have one of these? Do you think the price is worth it? Because if you do, everybody is different. There are some people that's going to say that is 100% worth it, and they are right. And I'm saying that it's not worth it, and I am right, because it's really all up to the buyer. If there's people out there buying it for that price, that means it is worth it, right? It's just not worth it to me. So guys, thank you for stopping by and checking it out with me. Thanks to the Apex Pass Around group for allowing me to do this. Guys, you stay safe in this crazy world that we are living in, and we will see you in the next one.